In this video, we'll go through the steps for creating the database availability group in Exchange Server 2010. I'm logged on to one of my mailbox servers, which is SID EX3, and I've got the Exchange Management Console open here in the Organization Configuration section under Mailbox. And what we'll do is we'll just click on this Database Availability Group tab. Now there's no items to show here at the moment because I don't have any DAGs in my organization yet. So let's go ahead and create one. Over here in the Actions pane, we can start the new Database Availability Group wizard. And the first step is to give our DAG a name. Now you can come up with some kind of naming convention for the database availability groups in your environment, but it's not super important. It's not something that clients will necessarily see. But I'm going to keep mine consistent with my naming convention that I used for my client access server. So in this case, I will call it DAG-SID for Sydney. And next I'm going to specify a witness server. So why do we need to specify a witness server? Well, basically because the database availability group utilizes the underlying Windows failover cluster, the concept of quorum applies. Now if you're not familiar with quorum already, you basically consider it like a voting process where the members of a cluster need to be able to vote to make a decision on which member of the cluster brings resources online and which ones do not. Now when we have a two-node database availability group, so that's a DAG with only two members, there is no majority. If one of those servers goes down, the other one cannot make a majority decision because the other DAG member only makes up 50% of the overall DAG. So that's where the file share witness comes into play. It's an additional server that isn't a member of the DAG necessarily, and it helps in that voting process by basically providing another vote. So let's say in the situation where one of the mailbox servers was down, the remaining mailbox server and the file share witness can still form a majority or a quorum and make the decision that the remaining mailbox server should bring the mailbox databases online. So in short, if you've got a two-node database availability group, as we're deploying here in this test lab environment, you will need to specify a file share witness. So I'm going to use my server SID EX1, which is one of my client access servers. And I'll just say that the file share witness directory is on the C drive in a folder called FSW. Okay, that database availability group has been created successfully. We can now see it here in this section of the Exchange Management Console. Now so far all we've done is create the database availability group object itself. We haven't actually added any of the mailbox servers to that database availability group as DAG members. So with our DAG selected here in the Exchange Management Console, we can manage the database availability group membership. Just click on Add. All of the mailbox servers in my organization appear, at least those that aren't already a member of another DAG, because a mailbox server can only be a member of one DAG. I'll select both of those and add those in. Those DAG members have been added successfully, so we can click Finish and close off that wizard. I'm also going to just pop over here to my file share witness server, SID EX1, and just have a look here. On the C drive, the file share witness directory has been created automatically for me.